I'm Oya Gilbert. I have multiple myeloma, diagnosed in 2017, the day after Christmas. And this is my wonderful future fiance.
Carrie Hellman, caretaker extraordinaire.
You know, I've never really was sick, so I hadn't spent a lot of time dealing with the healthcare field. Just, you know, your normal stuff, your annuals and things of that nature. So for me, I really, you know, I was focused on the fact that I had a terminal cancer, an incurable cancer. So for me, it started out very, you know, with the diagnosis portion of it, that was the part that was crazy. But once we got to that space with the doctors, I just was like getting more educated about the disease and how it affects African Americans 2 to 1, because I had to learn what this disease was. And then when I started, you know, understanding that we don't have the survival rate as a, you know, the other races, and it was just a lot of different things. But like I said, that whole process of trying to get a diagnosis was right there. Like I said, I was in a rural area. The doctors were kind of blowing me off. I can't express it. I'm not gonna get super emotional right now, but it's like, to be that sick, and those that have multiple myeloma understand what it's like to be that sick and to have doctors, you know, just kind of brushing you off. It is it's beyond frustrating.
It's very, you feel very helpless.
That's what it was.
It's very helpless because...
Deflating is the word I use.
Yeah. Even if it's bad news, you want some news, you want an answer. And I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong because I'm not in this situation, but I don't think that even after we learned about the disparities among Black Americans with this disease, I don't know that we necessarily applied that to your case.
Yeah.
It's just sort of, it's one of those things, it's like, oh.
Yeah, it kind of came on me because I'm spending most of my time trying to take care of the myeloma and get that, you know, under control. But I can give you a great example, a horrific situation. So I told you about leading up to the diagnosis, during the care. So I did wind up getting a stem cell transplant. And so I went through several different doctors as my stem cell transplant. So they're right there, and I know it's not maybe their fault. It's kind of was a pass through as they went to go seek another bigger career. But as the patient, I don't care about that, you know? And so I couldn't even really build a rapport with my doctor because they kept switching out.
Continue to still continue to switch out.
But the last incident, and if I can share this, the last incident was, it's been almost 6 years now since diagnosis. As now I'm, you know, extremely educated in the disease and what I want to do with my treatment, and being being an advocate for myself. But I went there. I see them every 6 months. So I went there because I had some serious questions. You know, I'm thinking about quality of life. That's what's important. I don't care if I live another 25 years if my quality of life isn't that great. And I'm just being very honest. So I now feel like, yeah, I can fight this. So now I start thinking, hey, I'm gonna live 20 years, you know, so can I keep taking this medicine? And I gotta start doing things that can help my quality of life later, forecast it, prolong it. And so I went to my doctor with all these questions, needing her medical expertise. And when I came in here, she immediately attacked me about, you know, my questions. I'll tell you my 3 questions. What I wanted to know was, 1, can I take a chemo vacation? And I had, you know, an ideal. I was like, hey, can I do a month on, a month off? I was looking for any advice. Then the other thing was, can I take a different type of chemo maybe that has different side effects, so that the side effects that are currently where they're at, stay where they're at. And then what was the last question? Oh, the last question was about CAR T.
Yeah.
I didn't even get past the first question because she immediately attacked me.
It's very aggressive. It was a really impersonal,
it was not, I can't stress to you, and I'm sorry, I can't stress to you that my life is in your hands. You know, my life was in this doctor's hands. I don't see you for 6 months. I have 6 months worth of data to share with the doctor.
Questions, clarifications, anything.
Anything. And to be in that position of a healthcare provider and to act that way, it's unexcusable. I immediately shut down. I got nothing out of that particular visit. She made me wait 2 hours in the lobby prior to that. So I waited 2 hours, then came in and got
nothing.
I'm getting upset now, but the bottom line is, I can laugh about it now, but it's not funny. And
nobody should deal with that. I don't care if you're black, white,
right.
12, 70.
Right.
That's not okay.
And that shouldn't be the case, like she said, for anybody.